All right, let's jump right into this. Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're taking a really close look at a kitchen appliance that is frankly making some massive claims about totally changing the way we cook. We are unpacking the dense technical specs and the real-world data behind the TyFur-Sync 8-quart AI Smart Air Fryer. So if you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by kitchen tech or, just wondered if these high-end smart appliances actually deliver on all their hype, you are in the exact right place. We're going to break the whole thing down step by step. To kick things off, let's talk about a universal frustration. We've all been there, right? You put a beautiful, expensive cut of protein into an oven or a fryer, and then, well, you basically just guess. You set a timer, you anxiously pace around the kitchen, and ultimately you end up cutting it open to check the center, which literally just lets all those delicious juices run out. Or worse, you decide to play it safe, you leave it in too long, and you're eating a dry, overcooked meal. But what if the appliance itself just completely eliminated that guesswork?
I mean, we are all too familiar with the old, frustrating way of doing things, relying on completely arbitrary timers, worrying about scraping toxic Teflon into our dinner, and having to shout over the loud, roaring fan of a standard air fryer. Contrast that with where this industry is heading right now. We're talking tech-driven solutions, things like an integrated wireless probe, a PFS-free ceramic basket, and a whisper-quiet 53-decibel motor. It's a fundamental shift in design philosophy.
Section 1. Meet the TyFur-Sync. When we dig into the core functionality, it's clear this isn't just some basic unit designed to make frozen French fries a little crispy. It actually boasts 9-in-1 cooking modes. You can air fry, roast, bake, grill, dehydrate, reheat, and it even has specific modes for wings or bacon, plus a preheat cycle. And what's really wild here is the temperature range. It goes all the way down to a super gentle 105 degrees Fahrenheit, perfect for dehydrating beef jerky or making banana chips, and then scales all the way up to a searing 450 degrees. The goal here is clearly to declutter your countertop by replacing a bunch of specialized appliances with just one extremely versatile machine. And then, of course, there's the capacity, which is absolutely crucial. The number 8 here represents a massive 8-quart capacity. But honestly, it's not even just about the sheer volume, it's about the shape. The TyFur uses a 10.3-inch square basket. Now, if you've ever used one of those round air fryers, you know exactly how much dead, unusable space there is. This square design means you can actually fit a whole 6-pound chicken or a full 9-inch pizza inside without awkwardly trying to cram it in. It's purpose-built for real, family-sized meals that can easily feed 4 to 6 people all at once.
Section 2. The wireless probe game changer.
Okay, so what's really fascinating here is the word integrated. Sure, you can buy a third-party meat thermometer for any oven on the market, but the TyFur-Sync claims to be the world's very first air fryer with a truly built-in wireless meat thermometer. You just slide the probe into your steak, salmon, whatever you're cooking, and it communicates directly with the fryer's brain. Both the front panel of the machine and the smartphone app show you the real-time internal temperature. When your food hits that exact perfect on this, the machine alerts you. And between uses, the probe just snaps right onto a magnetic charger on the base. So literally, no more cutting your dinner open to see if it's done.
But they actually take that integration a massive step further with the software. Let's say you just have some random ingredients sitting in your fridge and no idea what to make. Step 1, you literally just snap a photo of those ingredients using their free app. Step 2, the app's AI analyzes that photo and generates a totally custom recipe for you right on the spot. Step 3, with just the push of a button, the app automatically syncs the exact cooking time and temperature directly over to the air fryer. You don't even have to punch the numbers into the machine yourself. It is essentially automating the entire culinary process, from meal prep all the way to that final ding. Now, obviously, high-tech features only matter if the food actually tastes good, right? So to anchor all these fancy marketing claims, we can look at some reactions from culinary users who have really put this unit to the test. This quote from the Flat Top King pretty much perfectly sums up the result of using that integrated probe. Juice everywhere, 10 times better than store-bought. Because you're cooking to an exact internal temperature rather than just blindly trusting a timer, the appliance helps lock in all that moisture that you typically lose during traditional air frying. Section 3, health, noise, and size. If you follow kitchen safety trends at all, you already know that traditional nonstick coatings like Teflon are becoming a massive concern for consumers because of the chemicals used to make them. Well, the TyFur-Sync uses a completely PFAS and PFOA-free ceramic-coated basket.
So the big takeaway for us here is that you're getting a really effective nonstick cooking surface that is much safer for high-heat cooking, it's non-toxic, and, this is a big one for cleanup, it is 100% dishwasher safe. You just toss the basket, the grill plate, and the probe straight into the dishwasher and you're done.
And then we have to talk about the noise factor, 53 decibels. If you own an older air fryer, you know for a fact they can sound like a jet engine taking off right on your kitchen island. It's so loud. But through some advanced noise reduction tech, the Typher operates at a whisper-quiet 53 decibels. This means you can actually hold a normal conversation, work from your kitchen table, or put the kids to bed without this loud, roaring fan just completely dominating the room. And it does all that without sacrificing the high airflow you actually need to crisp up your food.
Section 4. Real customer verdicts.
Let's step away from the marketing for a second and look at the actual data. This paints a picture of pretty overwhelming customer satisfaction. Out of 310 global ratings from verified purchasers, a really dominant 84% gave this appliance a perfect 5-star rating. Another 10% gave it 4 stars. So we're looking at 94% of buyers being highly satisfied with their purchase, with only a very tiny fraction leaving any sort of negative review. And that distribution results in an overall average rating of 4.7 out of 5 stars. Now, in the world of online appliance reviews where, let's be honest, users are incredibly quick to complain about even the absolute smallest defects, holding a 4.7 average across hundreds of reviews really establishes a strong foundation of trust in both the build quality and the daily performance of the machine. When we dig a bit deeper into the actual text of those reviews, some really clear trends emerge. Performance easily leads the pack with 62 positive mentions, which proves that those 9-in-1 modes and the Smart Probe actually work the way they're supposed to. But check out the next 3. Ease of cleaning with 26 mentions, ease of use with 19, and quiet operation with 17. That proves that those daily livability features we just talked about, the ceramic coating and that 53 decibel noise reduction, they aren't just marketing buzzwords. They are genuinely delivering a better experience in real kitchens every single day. To put a human voice to all that data, here is a verified review that really validates the capacity and precision that the brand promises. This Amazon customer wrote, "Roasted a 5-pound chicken perfectly. The basket is huge. Like, yes, the whole chicken fits huge." Because, it's one thing to read 8 quarts on a spec sheet, but it is an entirely different thing to confidently drop a whole family bird into the basket and have it come out perfectly roasted. However, no product is absolutely perfect, right? We have to look objectively at the drawbacks too. User Dinah T left a super detailed review highlighting 2 very specific issues. First off, the unit lacks a shake feature. That means the fryer isn't going to automatically beep halfway through to remind you to toss your French fries. You have to remember to set your own reminder for that. Second, she noted this required initial burn-in process, where you have to run the unit at 450 degrees to burn off any manufacturing residue. She mentioned it released some noticeable fumes and required a really thorough cleaning before she could cook her first meal. So it's a temporary inconvenience for sure, but definitely a notable one if you're unboxing it right before dinner. Which brings us to our final thought today. We've looked at the really impressive capacity, the non-toxic ceramic materials, that incredibly quiet operation, and perhaps most importantly, a wireless probe and AI system that fundamentally shifts the burden of cooking away from you and directly onto the machine. So, looking at your own culinary routine, the question really remains, is it finally time to let AI and a wireless probe take the guesswork completely out of your kitchen? Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive. We'll see you on the next explainer.